comfortable. It doesn't have to be any yogic pose. Middle finger and thumb. Right hand, thumb left. Right hand palm up, left hand palm down. Thumb to the palm. Sit. Close your eyes. Shoulders and head like a mountain, meaning a stable mind. Dantian like a lake. Water here. Stable above. Eyes closed as if you're on the north end of a lake looking south. Meditate for a while. Again, meditating. The meditation has no mantra. It's really just quiet meditation. As if someone were, think if someone were going to scare you or there was a loud noise, would your chi be down? Chi down is interesting. It doesn't mean chi low, down like depressed or low like we might think in the West. It means literally chi down. I want to explain that. The chi is in the dantian, the life force is here as a bank account. It's flowing freely with the blood for circulation. But there's also a level of chi, like when we're scared, you can sort of feel like everything comes up. So ideally, if we have our chi low and there's a loud noise, we're not going to rise up and become anxious. We're going to stay low, stay down. So not depressed down, but literally down. When you're done, you can tap at the just 3 fingers below the epicondyle of the tibia, along the shin, just adjacent or lateral to the tibia, the bone, along the muscle, the tibialis. You tap both sides, a crane beak, like you've brought all of the meridians together. Just tap with your fingers. 3 Li points, Susan Li. Get some energy down the legs, because some people don't stretch a lot or meditate a lot, or even if you do, energy gets blocked in the joints, so we want to tap. When you're done tapping the Susan Li, tap Bai Hui, the top of the head. I think you have I don't know, maybe I didn't give you guys notes for this, so I didn't yet. So if you take the ear and you go straight across the apex of one ear to the apex of the other, and as if you went right down the middle, like you part your hair in the middle, right where those 2 intersections are is the top of the head, the meeting point. So you tap the apex of the head, which is called Bai Hui, or Do channel, 20, number 20. Tap a bit. Tap 7th cervical vertebra, they call it Dajue point. You can tap with both sides gently, you don't want to hit yourself hard. So you're waking up here. No matter how low your chi goes, you want Bai Hui activated. No matter how much the chin is in and you're stretching here, you want to tap a little bit Dajue so you release the stagnation in the neck. Then point that you want to connect gallbladder 21, the top of the trapezius muscle, all the way mentally down to Yongquan, to the bubbling well. When you're standing, I don't know if I taught you guys that, but there's a line there. You want to connect those 2, and then afterwards, hold here, press your posterior or behind the trapezius, just a little bit. You press down and forward. You're not rolling across the tissue, you're hooking the tissue and pressing into it. So it's a bit of tui na. Tui is to push, na is to seize. So you're pushing and then releasing, pushing, forward, releasing. Like in kiyatsu or shiatsu in Japan, you push. So you do one side a bit so it feels like, yep, it's released. Might be released anyway from the meditation and the Qigong, but you're making sure. Right? After you finish pressing on the traps, go down to the crease here, the crease of the arm, to the apex of the muscle. As you open, you're now below or more distal to the joint, in the space where the muscles have a depression, and you tap along that depression here with more of a snake hand. And these are going to be the large intestine points. And you're going to hit 13, 12, 11, depending on how big your hand is, but you want to hit this area here. Both sides. I'm going to do this very gently. Get the swelling down. And this side. Then we're going to either, we sit. Traditionally, a lot of people stand. My teacher most often sits here, but you can do it standing. I'm going to show it the way I learned it. You sit, you're still parked in your meditation. This is the sacrum. We know that's that inverted triangular bone at the base of the spine pointing towards the coccyx. There's foramen. There's foramen, holes where nerves go in, and anytime there's nerve, there's the sacroiliac joint where the sacrum and the ilium meet. There's the glutes. There's the sciatic nerve. We can have tension there in the low back and in the glutes. So we want to release that tension. So they call it the Baliao. My pronunciation isn't correct exactly, but Baliao points. So we're here. I'm going to do it gently because of my elbow, but here. You can see I'm striking a little bit. It's not quite as light as some Tai Chi. I'm giving it a little, it's a large bone. You can handle it. If it feels like too much, you open your hand a little bit. You want to strike with your fist at the angle of the sacrum, where the bone and the muscle meet. Moving down the body to the spleen 10 point. And there's 12 main meridians, 8 extra or collateral meridians, the strange vessels, and along each meridian there's many, many points. So these are just some of the more major points, popular points, so to speak. You'll get in shiatsu or acupuncture, acupressure. People will often use these points because they're very powerful. One is the spleen point here, which regulates blood in the body, and it's on the vastus medialis obturator, the muscle medial to or inside of the patella, the kneecap, and on that muscle, right dead center, is spleen 10. So you can push it, you can rub it, you can tap it. I'm going to show rubbing here, this way, in this fashion. Or you can press it in this way. I'm a bit tired, so I'm not going to actually press hard. That would, in some systems, wake me up. But in this particular system, if you're tired, you go more gentle. If you're really vital, you go stronger. So I'm just going to rub gently, or you could tap easily. Just want to get the energy moving. Protects the knee, helps move blood. And you move down. Use this one. Oh, it's got a hole in it. This one's a little cooler, and they're different. So, right here, this is kidney 1. And you can tap it quite hard. Both sides if you like. Would be here. You can't do square pose or, what we call fire log pose in yoga. You can just 1, then the other. If someone your knee hurts, you're tired, sit up on a chair, cross your leg and tap. Another way we do it is to open in sort of a modified Baddha Konasana. Tap both, or cross tap, or cross this way and tap. Those are all acceptable methods. Obviously, you do it without the shoes on. You finish tapping, you stand up one more time, turn away from the practice and towards the world. So if I'm facing, let's say, in this case Tom, but let's say I'm facing the altar, I'm facing the studio, I've done my whole practice here. At the very end, I'm going to turn, this way I'll face London, and turn away from the practice and into the world again. So I'm going to turn this way. And you stand, coming back to show it. When you stand, in the end, it's not Wuji, it's Qigong, which is to complete the practice. So for those of you in yoga, this is like Shavasana. It's not big and uplifted. It's really decompressed. And I'm modeling it now because I'm not actually relaxed enough to take the time to get there, but it would be like everything draws in, relaxes, really chill. You do this for a while, as long as you feel comfortable. Your eyes will open, and then you bring yourself up a bit, but when you come back into normal posture, you've tucked your tailbone, you're coming back into a more yogic posture. The pelvis comes back, the legs straighten a bit, head comes up. Keep the Qigong with you when you go back into the everyday posture, right? So if you're in a dance posture or a fitness posture or just your posture of life, you're You're not here, of course. This is for Qigong. But you don't want to come out and get anxiety again or get stressed again. You want to do the practice, come out, and be really calm with the practice with you. All right, guys, there's till February.